No, if I'm not Elli Picks, I don't know.
So, watch out, let me tell you this. If I'm not Elli Picks,
and this is what I want to tell you. If you're not Elli Picks, and no Picks, Slick Wallin and that's nobody can pass it. Elli Picks!
No, back to back. South Carolina, when you talk about South Carolina, if I'm not Elli Picks, no Picks. Fire 20 there, I'm there in Picks. Elli Picks.
You know the man to know, say I need to represent him for Elli Picks. If I'm not Elli Picks, and no Picks.
Hear me now? On the Elli Picks and no Picks. See? You know a DJ but Spencer on the ends there. And if on the Elli Picks, no other Picks. Know that.
Yo, you know what I say? If I'm not Elli Pick, I know Pick. Do the right thing, you know what I
Ready? Yo, what? Fire chip there now. You say if I'm not Elli Picks, and no Picks. Straight.
See if I'm not Elli Picks, no other Picks. You hear that?
Elli Picks, big up yourself. Boom. Every time. Man. Boom. I don't know, say a DJ Zomzi attack. And if I'm not Elli Picks and no Picks, I'm out.
You know, so I got innocent.
Yo, we there again with another sit down with Elli, you know. There with the great RUSSIONBL3ACHA.
Yeah, man, my absolute pleasure.
Artist out of South Carolina. We there want to get to know artists more, because you know, we believe in a youth, you see me? Whenever they ask you strength, we give them in our way. You hear that? So, all I want to know artists, upcoming artists, bad. We listen to music, you know, hear some of the music through the interview and things. So, all I who interested, just to get understand him and learn more about him. Yeah. So everything good in general?
Absolutely, yeah, man.
Mad thing, man, mad thing. We're there in a block and I want to big up stress and camp transportation. What's you see me? Married there, same way, assistant engineer. You know what I mean? But we want to ask the artist some questions. So all who interested, then get familiar and get to know that some more. You see me? Mad thing. So tell me now, dog, how long a day and I see it?
I've been here since 2021, so 4 years. I didn't to my 5th.
Yeah, 4 years in I see it?
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, don't know that. So you found a yard at South Carolina, you there?
I've always been South Carolina. I flew to Pennsylvania in 2021.
Yeah.
I was doing home care assistant.
Yeah.
Didn't like the vibe there, so I came back to South Carolina.
You came back to South Carolina.
Yes.
But what do you think? You feel like South Carolina better?
Economically, financially, socially, being that I know people here.
Yeah.
In terms of social networking, absolutely, South Carolina is the place to be.
You know. So when I decide when I get the news say forward America, what a feeling they feel like?
Very exciting. I was extremely elated. I was happy to come in 2021. I cannot say that the same is true in 2025.
So everything changed.
Everything changed.
You know. So which part of you are forward?
Originally, I am from St. Ann, and immediately after high school, I relocated and migrated to Portmore. So since then, it has been between Portmore, Spanish Town, Kingston.
You know. So yeah, St. Ann. You know me as St. Ann man, but we never see a St. Ann.
Right, yeah.
St. Ann?
In a very rural district by the name of Tickets.
Ticket.
Yeah, it's a vicinity in Discovery Bay.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what life like? I grew up in a Ticket. Hear about them places, but me not know about them places, isn't it? Extremely rural. Rural as you can think about. When you look at transportation, having difficulty going back and forth. When I talk about rainwater, harvesting, stuff like that, and I mean, very rural as you can possibly think of. Very rural, you know what I mean? Yeah, no. So you're a countryman then, like town people that.
Yes, absolutely. I definitely is.
Mean that you move to Portmore.
Yeah, but moving to Portmore is very different. But I would not consider myself to be an original Portmore person.
Okay. So, any specific reason you moved to Portmore? Or
the fact that I had my sister there, and the fact that I wanted to gain a skill immediately after leaving high school. Portmore, Kingston was far was far more of a better developed environment as opposed to St. Ann where I'm from.
Oh, true. So you get to develop that skill there.
I would say no. It's a long story, but I'm going to, for the purpose of this interview, make it like into a quick synopsis. So immediately after Brownstown High School, went to Portmore Art College. I dropped out. I then went back, dropped out. Then I went to Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts. I dropped out also. And then in 2017, I matriculated at the Michael University College, and from there, so get a bachelor's degree in social studies. So yeah, pretty much.
So you got Michael, dog. Me say you have a brain, bro, but I understand the whole part. Drop out. Like, but right now, I feel like you find yourself, though.
Absolutely, and to be quite honest, having dropped out of so many scholastic institutions post-secondary, I would have learned my lesson, and it would have served as the head cornerstone to say that going to the university college, I cannot fail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was like a stumbling block that makes me become aware that, look, you have to accomplish this goal. And so said, so done.
So you did accomplish the goal.
Absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
So may I try to understand with the whole dropping out and thing. Tell me what your household was like as a kid growing up, as a little youth, from Discovery Bay St. Ann to Portmore. You did like a 2-parent household, or
it was more like of an extended family. Starting with my grandmother, then you have my mother, then my 2 sisters, then myself. You know what I mean? So I would say it's more of an extended family. Of course, my mother being the head of household, so you could say pretty much a matriarchal home. So there was no quote-unquote dad present in my life. As I would love to say, my dad was present in the community, but absent from my life.
Yeah, so that lead you to Ali drop out. That led you to dropping out from school.
That could be said, but I am not going to lay my failures at my father's feet.
Yeah. So but tell me now, with school and the whole drop out, you know, based on how you articulate yourself and we are listening to you, you know, sound like one of them slow, you know what I mean? So to speak, slow minded. Like, what make why take you so long to find yourself, or to, you know what I mean?
I would say it has to do with purpose, and it has to do with passion. You know what I mean? Was I interested in becoming a plumber? Absolutely not. You know what I mean? And then I went back to our College of Construction Services when it was upgraded in 2014. Again, I dropped out.
Yeah.
So of course, in 2017, when I matriculated to the University College, and I went back to Portmore, spoke with my former facilitator. He said to me that I knew you had it within you for a very long time. So being a plumber was never my calling, you know. But to switch over into music a bit, it was in 2018 while I was studying at the Michael University College that I discovered that my love for music, I consider myself to be an hybrid individual, in the sense that I cannot give up music for education, neither can I give up education for music.
Yeah. So in 2018 is when you find a real passion for music.
Long before 2018, because what happened is that when I matriculated in 2017, I said to myself that I'm done away with the music. And 2018 was like, I cannot do that. I have to keep both. So that's where I would say my purpose and my passion lies.
Yeah, what you know, we are listening to some of your songs, them dog, and you sound better than a whole heap of more, like would I say, established artists. Like whole heap of your songs, them dog.
Sure.
Feel like youth like you deserve a chance. Yeah,
man.
And we want the people, you make them know where them can find you, because we are going to add it. Same place in our bio.
Yeah, man. So it's Russian Bleacher on all socials. Instagram and all socials. So TikTok is Russian Bleacher, Facebook Russian Bleacher, Instagram Russian Bleacher, YouTube, Russian Bleacher. That is RUSSIONBL3ACHA. So it's Russian Bleacher across all platforms that can possibly think of or speak of.
So with them school thing, you know, like you win the award or them thing they want.
Outside of being the vice president of the UNIA Micah chapter, which I wouldn't say it's an award. You know, but I was the vice president for the UNIA at Micah chapter. I don't know, big up the great Marcus Mosiah Garvey, which is actually the first national hero of Jamaica. But honestly speaking, my journey in college was so, I'm not going to say strenuous. I'm going to use the word arduous in the sense that my focus at the time was just to finish college. So in terms of many extracurricular activities, and because I was encouraged to run to be the guild president, but I decided against it. I run for, I think it was student rep, something of that sort. But I mean, my art was not in it. So as a result of such, my thing was just to get the degree and keep life going.
So what are some of the biggest challenges you find? Like, for example, like you're here in America right now. What are some of the biggest challenges you find?
So first and foremost, music is cultural expression, and I think we have to begin to answer the question by saying that what is culture? And you could define culture as a way of life and the people that dwells within that society. So I would say to make it musically here, it's a lot more challenging. Reason being, how many Jamaicans are there in the state of South Carolina? And I mean, who are my neighbor, who are your neighbor. So as a result of such, it's a bit more strenuous because it's not as if we're in Jamaica where if you go to St. Elizabeth, Jamaicans, you go to Clarendon, Jamaicans. Here in this small community of Bluffton, you got Americans, Mexicans, all different ethnicity and nationality. So as a result of such, not finding community, it can be a bit challenging.
But you know what I mean, as an artist, you know, like coming here, were you trying it in Jamaica as an artist?
Yeah, man, absolutely. I had my entire team. Yeah, man, I had my entire team in Jamaica, in Portmore. My very good friend from college. I had persons who been listening to my music for a very, very long time. And it was Kurt Morgan who said to me that whenever time I listen to your music, I have to do my research. And those same sentiments were echoed to me back in 2015 when I went to Magnum Kings and Queens of Dancehall. So I had my entire team, persons who...
So you tried Magnum Kings and Queens?
Yeah, man, back in 2015.
What was the turnout? What was the feedback?
It was great. It was great, and I feel as though that even in 2025, which is 10 years since, you know, those words from Miss Kitty, they kept me going because she was like, how did someone manage to fit a Maria Sharapova into a song? So at the time, I don't even think I was even speaking to Miss Kitty. To me, that was Cadine Hilton, the educated woman. So I was like, ain't no way. You know what I mean? So those comments, along with Scatterburrell, but I don't know, as I say, Miss Kitty was the main protagonist at the time. I would be like, yo, Jaja, I have to do this, my G. You get me? I say, yeah, man.
I could shift from music for a while. Right now, we're there in South Carolina. You know what I mean? And being an immigrant, no, without the music, like, you're comfortable, like, right now in America?
Absolutely not.
You're not?
No, but the truth is, I'm a strong believer in destiny. I'm a strong believer in purpose, and it's just like what we Jamaicans would have said, if a man born for John, him can't hang, you know. And it's like the same thing I said to my mother, that look, irrespective of what you are seeing on the news, I encourage you to be still. You know what I mean? A man can't do more than them time. You get to me? I say, so if a man say I'm going to deport 100 million people, if I am included, so let it be. But you get to me? I say,
but Jamaica, you know, people that say like they're carefree and you know, people just wake up and live. If you compare, why you're like, what in comparison between Jamaica versus America?
As I would love to say, economically, America is the place to be. You know what I mean? No one can deny that. But in terms of socially, Jamaica is the place to be. Because America isn't a place where you just get up and boy, I'm now go to work and just have to keep going, keep hustling, keep making the money. Whereas Jamaica is far more relaxed. Yeah. We could have there as Jamaica right now, hang out to the bridge in them and say, yo, we even have money to pay the studio, but we are gonna make a hit song. America now, you couldn't really go in a studio and say, yo, you have a voice a tune. You have to have your bread. You get me? So economically, America is the place to be. Socially, I have to give it to Jamaica.
Who inspire you as an individual, as an artist?
I'm going to give my individual person to my sister Kaden Cunningham. You know, educationally, she's the one who, I'm not going to say inspire, but I emulated Kaden Cunningham in terms of the love she had for knowledge, for education, and for reading. Individually also, I have to give my sister Kaden Cunningham the credit for staying away from trouble, walking away from trouble. Me, given the fact that she is in law enforcement. So individually, I'm going to leave it at that. As an artist, and also as a trained teacher, I have to say that I respect all my predecessors. I respect the foundation. I respect those who came before me. Because in the wider world, when you come here, dance music I play, reggae music I play. Remember, as you speak, I'm still an underground artist. So me, you could have said, I respect the man. Nobody know Russian Bleacher as we speak musically, but them know me individually. So I don't even have to go in names, but I respect every man where I do the craft long before it. From reggae to dancehall to calypso, right back.
You consider yourself a dancehall or a reggae artist?
Most definitely a dancehall artist. Yeah, man.
Cool. So, like, what kept you going though? Like being an underground, and you know, as a dancehall artist, underground, and you're here in America, where it's more difficult to get you stamp your name. You know, like, what kept you going?
As Shakespeare said in Hamlet, to thine own self be true. You know what I mean? So I feel as though that is my calling, that is my purpose. Not only music, but I've always had this love for education. I've always had this love for writing. And I realized that since I've been here for the past 4 years, I've been into my 5th, those things, or should I say attributes, has not gone. It has not left me. So I decided that now is the right time. Isaiah chapter 60 verse 22. When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. And I feel as though that now is the time.
If it wasn't for music, what else? What would your plan be?
Definitely,
so to speak.
Definitely the classroom.
Definitely the classroom. Without a doubt. Any specific subject?
As I say, social sciences major. So when I talk about history, social studies, geography, English language, those are my strengths.
So other than music, what else you do right now?
So as we speak, I'm actually a line cook. That's how I make my money in America. So it's been like that for the past 4 years. Separate and aside from when I went to Pennsylvania and that do the home care assistance. Aside from that, it has always been, that's how I make my money.
Cool. So, like, South Carolina would consider, one of those states that you not Caribbean friendly. People, crave the New York, the Atlanta, the Florida. You know what I mean? What make you feel like Yasso? Like, you feel like Yasso gonna be your forever ground, or
no?
It's good for now.
It is good for now. And that is why at one point I was thinking about relocating to New York. I think New York is a lot more migrant friendly. You know what I mean? But for right now, it is what it is. It's circumstances. But the good thing about me is that I'm not sure if you have ever heard the term before, the growth mindset. And so the growth mindset is once there is a will, there is a way. You get me? So I'm not really look at the quote-unquote negativities that would associate itself with South Carolina in terms of deep south, deep red, they are this or they are that. No, we just focus on what I can do to make myself a better individual. You get my deal, Major?
Yeah. So, like, you know, after a while, artists, them get comfortable, them boss, and they will make millions and things. Like, you have any intention of being like a producer, a beat maker, or, you know,
eventually
owning your own record label?
Yeah, man, absolutely. Eventually, you know what I mean? But for right now, as it is, it's all about focusing on the brand Russian Bleacher, the whole hybrid hierarchy. You know what I mean? And like the podcast I'm telling about, I Am My Breakthrough, whereby we are come share a story with the rest of the world.
Yeah. But tell me now, the whole Russian Bleacher, how the name they come about? Them know. Cause the name they kind of sound interested, and people are going to ask. They want to know about the name.
Yeah, man. So Russian Bleacher, at the tender age of 14, it was just creativity. You know what I mean? Nothing can be added, nothing can be subtracted. It's just creativity, my dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we just come up with the name there, Russian Bleacher.
And
youthful exuberance.
Yeah. Easily. But forward there, so like I say, like it was a challenging to fit in. Like when you're forward in America, like you have family or friends who guide you through the process. What was some of the issues or the challenges you faced? Was it easy for you to fit in like the Jamaican community, so to speak?
All right. So the first time I came here was in 2019. I actually was working in New Jersey. I got terminated. You know what I mean? But I messed around this white girl and thing, and she was like, for you to say damn girl, that can be considered sexual assault. And I was like, really? You know what I mean? Somebody have a virgin. Well, my cousin, big up Balotelli anyway, I'm there.
Yeah.
You know, so him did know you to the down here in South Carolina. So I must say, yo, forward man, we have a job down here in South Carolina. So that's how I flew from New Jersey into South Carolina. So for me, the fact that the restaurant to which I was later employed, whole heap of Jamaicans did it. So for 15, was more like a false start. Very easy.
True. Tell me, like, you know you did say you have a team at Jamaica, but you have a team where support your thing and push your thing.
No.
You know, no team, so.
No. No. Just basically just been to Myrtle Beach several of times.
Yeah.
Just trying to find an engineer who understand the flow, understand the sound, and just work with me. So outside of the engineers, I don't really have a team. Yeah.
No, you don't have no manager, no marketing team. No. Okay. So I look forward for like you're open to work with any engineer where.
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely, because talent, recognized talent in my boss.
Sure.
I get a message, so most definitely.
So what some of the day-to-day challenges where you encounter, like, would I say as an individual, as like, what are some of the day-to-day basics? I mean, know what it's like as an artist. You know what I mean?
Individually, more the officer, the long standing on a daily basis, you know, and to be honest, sometimes when I look back at my decision to stay back in America, I question my sanity. You know, like, how the fuck did I give up a classroom in Jamaica to a kitchen here in America?
Yeah.
Like, logically, it don't make no sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not going to say it is what it is, but adaptability plays a big part in me accepting the reality for what it is, knowing very well that things are subjected to change. You know what I mean? So the long standing upon a daily basis, definitely more.
You have relatives in this area?
I have a sister who is teaching in North Carolina, but separate and aside from that, no.
In this area, it's just you?
Just me.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
But I mean, like, you ever feel like quitting? You have any intention of going back to Jamaica?
The truth is, I feel as though that every immigrant go through that, especially when the thing, quote unquote, up and running.
Yeah.
It's just human to feel like, yo, Jaja,
what is me take up on myself.
Yeah.
You know, but life happens, and like I say, I have a growth mindset. So with that being said, even though it comes to mine, you know what I mean? Like I said, I go there so with a bag of equipment and money spent. So if I had it in mind to quit, then more definitely the back of Jamaica already, you get me?
True. You decide to fight it to the end.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But like with the hurricane and thing, like what you feel right now, I see people give back and you know, whole heap of artists help out family and you know what I mean. What you feel?
Yeah, man.
Them think they bother you, them think that them think that your people them are affected by it, or
yeah, so my family was affected, but the good thing is with it all is I send money to Jamaica for ensure so yo, mama good.
Yeah.
I get the message, so I'm very saddened and disheartened when I look at the catastrophic effects done to my country by Hurricane Mellisa. But you know, Jamaicans would have said we lick about with Talawa and we live for fight another day, and it's just the next struggle that Jamaica have to encounter. Not only people that are local, but Jamaicans internationally as well.
Yeah.
You know, so Jamaica have to get it up and running, and as for those who are contributing startup foundation and initiative, it's a good look, man.
Yeah.
You know, and it just go for sure say no one are better than the other.
Yeah.
I get me, because no matter what go on there, we always find a way to come back around and, you know what I mean, evolve into stronger people, you get me?
So you set the foundation for your people and good.
Yeah, man, most definitely, man.
So somebody tell me something, ask you before when I tell them to me interview them, I tell me something, ask you you have a whole heap of artists with cap with. So more you tell me like, in a them time if you're given $1 million, what you would have do with it? Why first move? You would have break $1 million there and do.
Alright, so honestly speaking, as a man who I would consider myself to be a major proponent of education, so it would have to be something educationally related.
Nothing specific.
Nothing specific, but it has to go towards education. Yes.
Yeah,
man, most definitely.
So you would have invested in some.
Yeah, man, most definitely. Give back. It could even be to at my alma mater, at Michael University College, or even to Portmore. You get me, I say, or even Edna, man, they just something dog. You get me, I say, yeah, because there's nothing like finding yourself. Finding your passion, something that you love to do. I'm not talking about just a paycheck, but something you love to do. And you get me?
So how long you stayed in that area?
Bluffton?
Yeah.
From 2021.
From 2021.
From 2021.
What do you think about the Jamaican community in that area?
I'm not gonna lie, he's kind of a low-key individual, so like I don't really know a bag of Jamaican, so to speak. But for the ones them when I do know, them cool. Yeah, man, them cool, them good. And me's a man where by virtue of personal development and growth, I don't do gossiping, I don't do negativity. And I mean a positive thing I deal with that. Just like what they say right now, I conduct an interview. I know so we are shoot for the stars. So we're not afraid a man think that this or a fight out a man or no. And I mean we just try to keep the ground up and running.
But you know say that difficult do of this, like it's a thing where even me personally right now is a thing where you have to train your mind to really get, you know, on the level they become. In my thing, in my opinion, that you know, acceptance leads to growth.
Of course,
my friend them that every day, like if you keep on telling yourself, say, you know what I mean, you're good in that area, you will never work on it.
Right.
That area, one weak point. You know what I mean? So acceptance leads to growth, bro.
Of course.
And what if I will face challenges every day
on a daily basis, man?
It's a thing where you have to train your mind.
Yeah, man, absolutely. You know, and the thing is, as they would say, negativity begets negativity. In the same breath of fear, violence begets violence. You know what I mean? But even the Bible said again that an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. But my stance is, in the state of South Carolina, you should look at the death penalties. They got the electric chair, they got the lethal injection, and recently added in 2021 was the firing squad. I'm not going to none of those options. So my thing is, if I don't have to delve into negativity, I won't. You know what I mean? So
conflict resolution skills if necessary.
Yeah.
But if you don't have to, don't.
Yeah.
Like what we Jamaicans would say, prevention is better than cure.
You ever been locked up or
I had a small brush, but it ended up in petticoat. And I am thankful for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that is where my sister Kaden Cunningham come back right into the picture.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she was like, try your best to stay away from, walk away from. I deal with prisoners on a daily basis, so if you don't have to, because back to what we would have said as Jamaicans, it's only a fool who learn from the moon experience.
Yeah.
You get the message? So sometimes, dog, when experience is in the room, I say, yo, Ellie Dan, don't do this, don't do that.
Yeah.
Out of youthful exuberance, I say, nah man, I want to give it a try. And then I give it a try, get burned by the fire. But the man who did experience to burn from the fire, they don't tell us, yo, don't play with it. You get the message? So
let me ask you that, because right now, we actually like how you talk that, and like how your brain they can. Not a lot of Jamaican young youth in the area, so to speak. You know, everywhere at all, that like have a mindset. It sound like you did it. You know what I mean? So who are you motivate? Any words you have for any youth out there to know where face adversity and you know, a whole heap of time them feel like at the end of the rope them can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, dog. More you motivate them, because you get kicked whole heap of time from different institutions where you could have give up, you know. Right now you're there, so with all that one from immigration to everything that and more you put it out there to youth, then the next youth we are gonna do the next fuckery. Or the next youth we feel like say back against the wall and then can't move. Or you deem it as an artist and as an individual?
Well, firstly, as an individual, find your purpose, find your calling.
Yeah.
And like what the Bible says, and like I love to tell my mother all at the times, be still. You know what I mean? Where there's too much noise comes confusion. You know what I mean? So move away from the noise. You know what I mean? And listen to experience in the room when it speaks. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it is easy to disobey what experience I tell you, you know. And when you come live the consequences for yourself, you say, yo, John will start. You know what I mean? So individually, like I said, just find your lane, find your purpose, find your calling, stick to it. I get what I say, if a money you like to make your money. As it relates to being an artist, continue working on the craft, stay true to the craft. You know what I mean? Respect the foundation man, the man who set it.
Yeah.
You get what I say? Long before you pray for the music, them man that did in the field and not only create a brand locally but internationally as well. You know what I mean? So like where the great Shakespeare said in Hamlet, man, to thine own self, be through. Yeah. Just like how me there so with my style, my flow, my craft, and you're not copying a man, but just a come forward with my style, them naturally, dog, you get me?
So, you hear it from the artist, you know, RUSSIONBL3ACHA, you hear that? And we'll make you know where you can find him. You big up anybody out there?
Yeah, man, big up my mother, Carlin Smith Morrison. Big up Ellie Dan, my dog. Big up Obi, big up Tommy. Big up Matthew. Big up
Stress, that.
Big up Stress.
Yeah, who was
yeah, man. Big up the whole big up the Jamaican community, big up Bluffton, big up South Carolina, big up Centon, big up Portmore, big up the whole world, my dog. You get me, I say? You know what I mean?
We expect no new music.
Yeah, man, as I say, man, ready, man. I mean, I have like over 50 songs mixed and properly mastered as an underground artist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Plus, you have crazy work for doing at the studio also. So, like I say, it's a passion, it's a calling, so always at it.
Yeah.
You get me, so I have crazy music, my dog, man. So, once I got them ready for work, the material done there, just put it away.
Just put it away.
Yeah, man, just put it away.
Alright, mad thing people, you hear what I'm going. RUSSIONBL3ACHA. Yeah, no look out for the dog, support the dog thing, give dog his strength when he deserve. You hear that? Mad.
Yeah, man, mad. Chop.
Mad.
Really, my dog.
No more than Elli Picks. If I'm not Elli Picks, I know Picks.
If it's not Elli Picks, it's no Picks. You don't know I'm representing for Elli Picks. If I'm not Elli Picks, I know other Picks. If it's not Elli Picks, it's no Picks. No pics at all.
For the Elli pics and no pics, yeah? Yeah. Some good. Yeah, money for the Elli pics and no pics. My simple kitchen is that no.
For the Elli picture and no picture, the baddest thing around here. See? British say that, top girl say that, straight.
Mad.
If I know Elli pics and no pics, big up.
For the Elli pic, no pic, big up. Fresh drop, 2025. Look out. Boom. Elli pics. Ooh.
Mad.
No Elli pics and no pics. Top girl edition, like when no pics.
Yeah, if it's an Elli pic, it's no pic. Drake represent big boss, one blood clot.
If I know Elli pics and no
Elli pics, right? If I know Elli pics and no pics. Cool, style sound, New Jersey. You know the ball game, but the Carolina machine. Yeah, you don't know, say I've been here, you know, say if I know Elli pics, no pic, you don't know, one rich deal. Elli, pick up your bumbo class.